Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I think I look a little different today because of my hair. I have yet to curl it because I am going to show you how I normally curl my hair, as well as the difference between a flat iron and a curling iron. My natural hair is super straight, as you can see, but it's also really thin and flat. There are obviously good and bad. Like, the good thing is I don't necessarily have to blow my hair every night after I wash, because I will still wake up looking like this. Like, my hair's still gonna be really straight and just normal when I wake up, instead of getting all blown up and stuff. So that's a good thing for lazy people like myself. But the bad thing is, because sometimes I don't wash my hair, by the time you reach the second day, my hair is just super flat. It's not really oily because my scalp is not really oily, but it's just flat and doesn't look nice. So that's the good and bad. And obviously my hair lacks volume. So yeah, that's the bad part, of course. So which is why I need these tools to help. So if your natural hair is like mine, then you might be interested in this video, so continue watching. I have with me the Vodana flat iron and the curling iron. So actually on normal days, I prefer to use the flat iron or the straightener compared to a curling iron, because I think the look is what I prefer most of the time. Whereas the curling iron, I use it on days when I actually want a softer curl, or when I'm wearing a hat and I just want the bottom part of my hair curled. Then I would opt for the curling iron because I think it uses a little less effort than the straightener. I'm gonna use the flat iron on this side of my hair and the curling iron on this side. And I am going to start off with the hair straightener first. So I'm just going to turn it on and turn it to 180 degrees. So if you have colored hair or bleach hair, then I would recommend you to put the temperature around 160 to 180. If you have full bleach hair, then 160 might be a better choice. But if you have normal hair or like healthy hair, then 200 is fine. But yeah, I don't really recommend anything below 160 because I feel like it's not hot enough for the curls to last, especially if you have thin and straight hair like myself. If the temperature is not high enough, the curl will definitely not last. So to start off, I like to section my hair into 3 because I have really little hair, so 3 sections is more than enough. So from top to bottom, so I'm just gonna put my hair like that, and then just use a gap and just gap it up like that. Also, we'll split half and just put it to the side so that I will curl from the side instead of curling from the back. It's a lot easier. Starting from the straightener, I normally like to start from the back, just gap like that and turn it outwards and just gently glide down. And then there you have it. And then do the same thing. Yep. Turn. And just glide it down. So always remember, once you put your hair in, you turn outwards from your face. So it's always like that. You don't have to remember left or right. It's just always away from your face. Turn it outwards. And then just glide down. And then we have this curly whirly hair. So don't comb it or run your fingers through it first. Just let it be, just let it set, let it cool down. And once you're done with everything, then you can comb your fingers through. So this is for the straightener side. So let me do the curling iron side now. So same thing, just turn it on and turn to the temperature that you want. So while waiting for it to heat up, this indicator, the red light, means that it's still heating up. Once it starts blinking, it means it's ready to use. So I actually really like this design of Vodana. Like, instead of the press down button, it's this kind of buttons where you have to turn. So everything is manual here, which means it actually prevents you from pressing the wrong button when you're curling your hair. I used to think that it's quite BS because there's no way you will press the button on the hair curler while curling your hair, but I was wrong. There were so many times I accidentally pressed it without knowing, and the hair curler was already off, but I was happily curling my hair until totally not hot at all. I was like, what happened? And then I realized that I actually switched it off accidentally. There's this black color tab at the bottom to push it out when I'm putting it on the table so that the curling iron will not touch the table directly. So once you're using it, you just push it downwards. For the curling iron, I'll hold it in a way whereby my index finger is pressing on the kiap side. So I will put it this way up. So the kiap is outside. So like that. And then same thing, turn outwards and just glide it down. So for the curling iron wise, you can hold a thicker bunch of hair, because for the flat iron side, if you were to use too thick a bunch, then some of the hair will start falling out from the sides. So for this side, you have to use thinner strands. And so this side, the kiap here, and you just turn. And you just glide it down. So if it gets too tight and you can't pull it down anymore, use the index finger to gently release your hair. And then you will have this. So one more time, kiap outside. Then you turn. Then just glide it down. So because it's stuck already, right, you just gently release a little while moving down so that you will kiap the remaining hair. So just release, and there we have it. So the flat iron side, it's obviously a lot more curly than this side. And I feel like this side, the curls are softer because after all, the curling iron is circular. So no matter how you curl your hair, it's gonna look, it's more fail-proof than this side. Because the flat iron has an angle. So sometimes if you were to curl it the wrong way or what's not, there will be a very weird shape for the curl. So it's no longer a circular curl. I feel like for beginners, hair curler would be a better choice. Unless you are someone who always likes to straighten your hair as well as curl it, then I would recommend the flat iron. But if you are someone who wants to try out curling your hair, then I would actually recommend a curling iron instead. So I'm using the 32mm hair curler. Vodana also has the 36 and 40mm one, but the 36 and 40 one, I feel like for people like myself with thin and flat and straight hair, especially straight hair, it's really quite impossible to use anything that is too big because the curl is not going to last. It's something like when I want to go and perm my hair, then the salon person would just tell me like I have to go for those really small curls, because if I were to go for those big natural wave perm, then it won't even last me, I don't know how long. I can't remember what they say, but that is also another reason why I picked the 32mm one, because I know the 36 and 41 will do no for me. So yeah, if you have really straight natural hair, then you should also get a smaller one. If you have longer hair, which is probably below boobs length, then 36 would also be okay. Yeah. So this is a good example of what I meant, that not all the curls will be equal. The curl, it's like this, and then there is a very weird angle over here. So it's not like an even curl, and then it's super curly at the end. So when you are done and you want to check if you missed out anything, just tilt your head to the side when you're checking and see if there is any longer strands. So over here I have a few more. So if you do it this way, it's easier for you to check if there is anything that is exceptionally long. So I have a few strands over here. So I'm just gonna pick them out and just curl it. So like I said, I like to add volume to the two sides of my face. So I'll always make sure to add some volume over here. So you just grab a little of this and just create a small little angle like that. And over here as well. For the curling iron, I actually first started out learning how to curl my hair with a curling iron instead of flat iron. And at that point in time, I was watching a lot of tutorials on YouTube, and actually a lot of the YouTubers who does all these tutorials, they are really good in curling their hair. So they are so used to it, so their hand movements and everything, I just can't seem to do it the same way no matter how I learn. So I ended up just practicing on my own, trying to figure out how to do it, and then eventually I just somehow managed to get the idea on how to do it, even though I'm not exactly sure if it's the right way, and I don't exactly think there's a right way as long as your hair looks alright, right? So yeah. And actually a lot of them, when they are curling their hair, they like to do this. Let me show you. So they will put it in, then they will turn a little, and then they will take it out like that, and then they will turn in again like that, and then they will take it out and then do it again, and then take it out like that. But at that point in time, I couldn't get how they take it out. So I was trying to practice, but it was so difficult, and I just give up. And then there comes a time whereby I need to curl my hair because of maybe either New Year or wedding dinner or what's not. And I have to do it, so I have no choice. So obviously at that point in time, it wasn't like super nice. So I just kept practicing until like nowadays, there are people around me who ask me like how I curl my hair. So I wanted to do this video. So yeah, I just put everything in, and then I wait a while and I pull it down. So it's actually just that simple. So the easy way for beginner, yap it like that, turn. So curling iron, remember to take a thicker bunch of hairs, turn it in and hold, and then gently use your index finger to gently release them until all the hair is in over at the end. And then you just turn again like that, and just wait for like 3 to 5 seconds, and then just remove it, and ta-da, there you have it, a nice curled hair. And it's super simple. Okay, one more time recap. So just cap like that, turn outwards. Okay, my hair is in the way. So turn it outwards like that. So one round, then you hold it for 3 seconds, and then you press this slightly and just glide it down to the end so that all the hair is in the curling iron. Then you just turn it like that. Wait 3 seconds and just release. Ta-da! So if you're very particular about all this hair that's flying out, because I do have some bleached hair, then you can easily just use a little wax, gently comb down so that all the flyaway hair will just stay in place. I'm also gonna curl my bangs using both. So for curling bangs wise, this would definitely win compared to the curling iron. I definitely prefer to use a flat iron to curl my bangs. So I'm gonna curl this side with the flat iron and this side with the curling iron, so in case you have bangs. So for bangs wise, you can go for the crazy curly one or just a very normal curl, which is just to straighten it and allow it to have more volume. So remember to curl the side also. So I normally trim my bangs myself. My bangs are the thin bangs, so it's easier to trim as compared to the thicker bangs, which is why I insist on keeping a thinner bangs, because of the convenience for me to trim it when it gets longer. Because if it's thicker, I don't think I can cut it equally, which means I have to go down to the salon every time it gets long. So if you're interested to know how to cut your bangs, or if you're interested to see how I cut my bangs, then you can leave a comment in the comment section. For the curling iron side, you know how sometimes you already use the curling iron to curl your hair, then you're lazy to like plug in the hair straightener to straighten your bangs, right? Then you have no choice but to use this. So sometimes I just don't like it, because sometimes my bangs is even shorter and this is a little hard to control. So I'm always scared that the barrel would just burn my forehead. This is probably the max curl I can do for it, because of the barrel. It's so hot that I don't think I can go anywhere nearer to it. So this is normally, if I were to curl my bangs, this is what will happen. But with the hair straightener, if I want to curl those even curlier one, I can do it like that. And then I will get this really curly bangs. But obviously it's too curly now, I just have to wait for it to cool down and then I can set it. Maybe I should do the entire thing. I look a little off like that, you know. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I also hope that it helped you a little. I may not be an expert in all this, but I want to share with you what I know, hoping to save you some time and money. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If there is anything you want to correct me or let me know that I can improve on, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye! This is me checking in 15 minutes after I off my cam. My curls have already started to fall. I have no products on my hair and I merely comb through with my fingers. So for the flat iron side, the hair still looks quite alright. The curls are still quite intact. So I really like how this side looks still. Whereas for the curling iron side, the top part has already became quite straight, but the ends still look a little curved. So it's a little like those wavy look. If you're looking for this kind of look, then you would probably like this. So it looks very natural, as though you put in no effort in curling your hair and you just woke up looking like this. So if you're into this kind of look, then this you might prefer the hair color side. But I actually prefer this side, since I like to look more, I put in a lot of effort kind of look. I'm not even kidding about how straight my hair is. So sometimes I really need to use a little hair wax to maintain the curls. If not, it's just going to look like this before I even step out of the house. It drives me nuts sometimes, especially when the weather gets a little wet, like when it starts drizzling and the air is so humid and your hair just completely falls straight. So sometimes I just rather not curl my hair. You feel me, right? Straight, flat, thin hair girls out there. Yeah. Okay, bye.